of people know this, but L. Ron Hubbard was a black man.
Truth.
His real name was L. Ron Hoyer Bembe. Who do we want?
Xenu.
When do we want him?
10 trillion years.
When I was growing up, I always knew that there was something truly weird and peculiar about our planet Earth. So let me just cut to it. Conspiracy theories are crazy, man. Whether you like to fully spend your time deep diving into different beliefs and ideas, or you just really don't care about it and have a surface level understanding, it doesn't matter. Because more often than not, none of us can deny that there are some weird things about certain places and people that we've definitely asked ourselves about. Things like secret societies, the paranormal, aliens, Area 51, shit, Arby's? How is this food? Look at it, it's disgusting. All in all though, what I'm trying to say is life is too weird and kind of unpredictable to not be able to have some questions on why some shit runs the way it does or even exists. Like if we're being for real, you gotta be one idiot to not believe in some conspiracy theories, I swear down. Have some imagination, you bum, you're boring. Like one of the biggest ones I used to have growing up watching TV was who the hell was Red X after Robin in Teen Titans? That was like the biggest cartoon conspiracy ever. The man is a phenomenon. Whose man is this? Tell me, I need to know. But I thought for today's video, ladies and gentlemen, I will talk about some of the world's most craziest, disturbing, and just stupid conspiracy theories that either get me thinking for my life and got me afraid of what could be out there, or get me punching my computer screen, I don't know. And the first one I wanted to speak about is Scientology. Because this is some bullshit. Never in my whole life have I seen something that just screams cult more than Scientology. The whole thing's a scam. Even being a part of it makes it sound way less of a presumed religion than what is somewhat expected to sound like. Why would you want to be a Scientologist? I left that shit back in high school. But all jokes aside, for those of you unfamiliar with what Scientology is, let me give you the rundown. Scientology is a cult following trying to be seen as a religion, which follows in the practice of seeking self-knowledge and spiritual enlightenment under the teachings of a man named L. Ron Hubbard. A guy who pretty much for the majority of his own life wrote science fiction and fantasy. Their flipping founder is a phony. He wrote bullshit. He didn't even write anything real. He's a liar. This is enough to know it's some giant scam. But trust me, listen to the rest of this because it gets worse when you look into it more. Believe me, some of it's just straight up bullshit. The core belief behind Scientology is that people aren't people, but we are presumably immortal alien beings named Thetans, who have been said to have lived numerous past lives like we're the Avatar, and unfortunately have been trapped in human bodies. And through the processes of Scientology's many pay-to-win practices, the goal is to reach a level of spiritual abundance to where you can free yourself from the shackles of your human body and finally embrace your alienness in all its extraterrestrial glory. Basically, they want you to become Orgolo from Adventure Time. Yeah, long story short, this shit is so stupid. L. Ron Hubbard got a gotcha moment out of everybody. Y'all niggas fell for his dumb shit like crazy. This whole ideology isn't even the main problem. It's the fact that with Scientology, the whole thing is practically pay to win. To even gain more knowledge and to go up in your belief in it, you literally have to pay them hundreds of thousands of money to get even more access to more pieces of information to understand more about it. They gatekeep you. The whole process they do called auditing, in where they use stupid meters to track your quote-unquote stress and trauma from your past life to somewhat help you reach spiritual enlightenment. You know how much that shit is a session? Bro, it can be anywhere from $200 to $800 an hour. To what? Ask me about crashing on Earth and shooting ray guns. What would I need that shit for? It's a scam. The whole religion is built up on courses and amenities that you literally need to pay money for. What religion in the world with their ideologies, beliefs, and values decide to gatekeep it behind money? The fact that the information in itself is kept away from people who don't pay for it, even though it should be free, is enough to know already it's a huge lie. The first giveaway of it being fake was that the founder is a science fiction writer. But this, and the fact that there's actual buildings dedicated to this stupid teaching across the world, which means it's turning over a profit, is beyond me. I didn't know people were that gullible themselves. They're mad. Look, I believe everyone, if not most people to an extent, believe in aliens. There's probably some guys out here who worship them like Scientology proclaims to, but at least they're not scamming you. The idea behind gatekeeping knowledge of what is claimed to be a religion, and some people blindly following this because of hardships or whatever problem they have in their life, resulting in them giving away their hard-earned money, or kids being roped up into it because their families believe in it, is disgusting. I'm not gonna lie. You're telling guys that they need to spend over $100,000 to find out what? To finally find out about Big Dog Xenu and how we supposedly used hydrogen bombs millions of years ago to blow up aliens, brainwashed them with a bunch of tapes, and eventually released them, which in turn got them to possess human bodies. Dog! Why would an alien use a hydrogen bomb? Don't you man have lasers or some shit? Xenu is a fraud. The whole system this cult follows is literally level-based. Even the lower level Scientologists don't know who Big Dog Xenu is. They ain't know about the chief. This guy was out here putting in work, controlling a bunch of planets, and had a whole coalition of them like he was invincible. He was unstoppable. Until this fraud somehow got beaten, and in this stupid cartoon, he just gets thrown into space. Oh, so not only is Ron Hubbard a phony, but he's a stealer too. Cause this shit looks exactly the same as the Phantom Zone prison bullshit General Zod and his lackeys got put into. It's a lie. The only reason why I even decided to speak and put research into this was because of all the Scientology speedruns I've been seeing across TikTok. And sometimes I genuinely love people, man, because really and truly, what the hell is inside these buildings? I always see them close the doors constantly on people who try to talk to them on camera, and they even have electronic windows which tint so nobody can see what's inside them. They're hiding something in there, man. I just know it. I just imagine sometimes that if you go far enough into the building, you'll just get caught up in a final boss fight. Like, you know Metal Gear Rising and the final fight between Raiden and Senator Armstrong? But instead of it being Senator Armstrong, it's just Tom Cruise. It's Senator Cruz right here. What actually happens if you go far enough in here? That's a way bigger conspiracy in itself. Like, I read about something the other day called the Sea Org, in where some members of the cult will literally work full-time, signing a billion-year contract, working on a boat in the middle of the ocean, doing God knows what to show their faith and dedication over all their quote-unquote multiple lifetimes. Come on, man, that's not devotion, that's slavery. Scientology is a scam. It's crazy. The fact that you need to pay to learn is enough to know it's not religion. And please never join that shit. Never. Unless you want to dap up Big Dog Xenu, then I hear that, man. I mean, there's a bunch of theories I can put in this video that would take me way too long to edit, but a couple I've been more so interested in for the past couple of years were things that had to do with time travel and superpowers. You know, it can't just be me that gets deja vu every now and then. And then, as soon as I get into the situation that I think I've already been in, it's like the moment Gohan went Super Saiyan 2 for the first time. My third eye opens. It's like I've already been there and experienced said situation already. It's like a memory glitch in the system. Okay, I'm not batshit crazy, you might go believe me. Though I've seen some people connect this to time travel. Same with the whole idea of the butterfly effect, where if you were to make a change in the past as small as catching or killing a butterfly, then when you come back, your whole city's getting destroyed because of Robot Joes or some shit. It's an interesting belief to have, but also time travel in theory is a practice we already do. It's just not at the level you see in movies. We time travel, but it's just slow as shit, and it's only forward. I'm like 99% sure you can never go back in time because time only moves forward anyway, and in theory, for time travel to even be possible, you need a point back then to even go back to, so it's not happening. And then when it comes to superpowers, this is my honest takeaway on it. You might need to look in here. I believe most of fictional media we consume, like movies, TV shows, and anime, the government at least, before any of these specific forms of entertainment would come out, they would try to replicate some of the stupid broken power shit we've all seen. Okay, I know it might sound like a reach, but hear me out, hear me out. I can almost guarantee you my whole life that before Captain America was even a Marvel superhero getting his own comics and movies, that somebody tried to make a bunch of super soldiers before him. I'm saying around in the Second World War, or at least maybe a decade before Marvel created Captain America comics, which I'm pretty sure is near around that time anyway. I'm saying scientists were definitely get impressed by huge armies and politicians to try and, you know, give soldiers some of that edge so they can overpower their enemies and pull off some of the dumb shit we see in movies. To basically sum it up, I'm saying superpowers and heroes were attempted before becoming mainstream entertainment. It kind of sounds a little obvious, but I feel like more people would just straight up deny this shit rather than agree here. Like, I remember when I used to wash dishes at my old job, one of the guys I worked with was like the biggest conspiracy theorist of all time. He believed in a lot of shit, and he told me something about people getting experimented on in an attempt to give them powers. And as crazy as it might sound to some of you here, I low-key believe that shit. Deep it. Why wouldn't superpowers at least be attempted? I'm not saying they have to be real or anything. It's not like people are out here flying in broad daylight, but the idea of people getting experimented on in an attempt to give people powers is believable as shit. I mean, governments are just stereotypically evil. We know they're like that. They invented taxes. You think anyone likes paying taxes? Why am I paying tax in the UK and they're putting said money toward nothing? People out here have to pay road tax and there's literally potholes in every single road. It's sick. So maybe all of our funds are just going to government research facilities who got people in a bunch of pods to give them the venom symbiote. I don't know, but taxpayers' money rarely goes back to helping us. Let's cut this shit. It goes everywhere but us. Superpowered experimentation is such a realistic idea when you really think about it. We live in a world where power means everything. I mean, this is the type of shit Trump would execute happily on people so long as he can say he won a war. He would definitely do this shit. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't even be shocked if that's the type of shenanigans going down in Area 51. Alongside extra bullshit like trying to make Iron Man suits, giant megazords from Power Rangers, the car stars from cars? I don't know, but the moral of this theory is people are power hungry. We can't act as if they wouldn't do anything to attain more power by any means necessary. And with the amount of power we see in fiction, the ones that show signs that they could be replicated in real life, why the hell wouldn't they take their chances on it? They're evil. Speaking of Trump, reptilian people, 100% facts. You think people like Jeff Bezos got to being the CEO of the world's largest company and didn't get to drinking some hemoglobin? Of course he did. You think Mark Zuckerberg was able to get to his riches without drinking some of that O2? Ask yourself this: how is Lucy Luke pushing 60 and her skin is still perfect? Blood! Okay, inside joke kind of cooked my head on this one, but I will say politicians are probably a bunch of Mr. Lizards. How about that? Built like Mr. Kipling from Jessie is crazy. And there's still a multitude of conspiracy theories I still haven't gone over yet. Like I haven't even spoken about the Illuminati. And I won't, because I don't want to get kidnapped in my sleep. I'm scared of them. But now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to segue into my favorite part of this video, man. I have once again asked my beautiful and loyal subscribers to send me some of their craziest, gruesome, diabolical conspiracy theory stories. And I'll be honest here, some of these weren't really that bad. You know, they were kind of crazy, but they were still chill and understandable. But the one or two of you watching this video, knowing what you sent me, I know who you are, bro. I know what type of monster you are, you absolute lunatic. I will find you and I will expose you because I have a very particular lack of skills. I will never be able to find you. So without any more yapping, let's get straight into the confessions, man. I believe in the existence of Bigfoot or that aliens are living among us. The Kraken would be a good one, since you told us in another video that you're scared of the ocean or what could be down there. And for the aliens, because of a new movie that's coming out soon called Disclosure Day, the director said that a lot of stuff he will be adding in the movie, introducing things that are going to be talked about in it, are all real. I feel like with aliens and anything in the water, they have more of a chance of being the most realest kind of mythical creatures to ever exist. I mean, most of space and the ocean is huge and we don't know what's in either of them. But with Bigfoot, I'm not all that convinced he's real. I feel like he would have been caught by now at least. Plus, you're saying Bigfoot lived through all the bullshit on planet Earth. You saying Bigfoot survived COVID? Alright, he must have been COVID like crazy, man. Bees are evil. I don't know, I have no proof, but they're far too cute and helpful. It must be a front. If we ever find out that some creatures are sapient, I'm betting it's bees and I'm betting they're evil. Because there's no way fluffy, dancing, self-sacrificial, endangered, hardworking, honey-making fairies with evil slandered counterparts, wasps, aren't scapegoating and overcompensating for something. Probably genocide using us as meat puppets to kill as many wasps and other pollinating competitors. Or something while feeding us honey sweet ass lies like good boys. I don't like wasps either, but I respect them more than bees for being for real. They're what I expect of nature. Now I will admit this is a hypothetical belief I'm not fully invested in because again, I don't think animals are sapient in the first place. But if they are, then bees are evil. You know, as people, most of us already have a dislike for bees and wasps naturally. I mean, the minute somebody hears a bee flying near them, most of the time they'll just start freaking out like crazy. And as a kid, I always knew there was something weird about the bee movie. Like the main guy's name is Barry B. Benson. He leaves the hive. He steals Ken's girlfriend and ruins his life. He became a goddamn criminal defense lawyer. Oh my god, bees are evil. They're taking over. All jokes aside though, if you guys have seen that one video of a bunch of bees jumping a hornet to death, yeah, you know they don't play. But also what you said about wasps, I'm not rocking with, gang. They're 10 times worse than bees. They're terrible. My darkest conspiracy is that there's a secret faction that's keeping Arby's open. As an English guy, I will never understand how Arby's was even certified to serve food in the first place. I mean, look at this shit. I will never know how bad Arby's is personally, because I'm never gonna eat that shit. But I just know that there's some next level evil corporation funding this establishment. Because who the hell is genuinely eating here? Look at it, it's raw! Bro, we even had a baby crying at one point. Want this food, man? I don't know why, and it may sound stupid, but I believe that apes like chimpanzees or gorillas are actually equally as intelligent as us humans and are only acting dumb in order to avoid the atrocities of human beings like jobs, taxes, and war. I mean, there's already a movie franchise that kind of proves that. We know this, man. Another conspiracy theory I have is that slavery never really went away. It's just modernized and monetized. If you really think about it, is there really a reason to work when supposedly God gave us everything we need to live and thrive as human beings? Why did someone just wake up and decide water needs to be paid? It's ridiculous. I guess what I'm trying to say is people are too excited to go to school for basically a quarter of their life for them to work for basically half their lives and spend the rest of that on whatever's left. Or if anything is left for that matter. Basically making one person benefit. It's a scam, man, I'm telling you. And my friend, this is why you have to do what you want in life. To an extent, I can understand what you're saying, but also a lot of the world wouldn't function if certain people weren't doing certain things. I mean, it's not like you can just drink water from the ocean. That would probably make you sick. But that doesn't mean to settle for less. Our time here is limited anyway, and I say this with the most positive attitude and a smile on my face. Nothing really matters, so you might as well do what you want. That's my word of advice here. Every time you die, you switch to a reality where you didn't. That's why near-death experiences feel so weird. I don't know what this theory is called, but it's kind of cool. Oh, like that one Rick and Morty episode where Rick was switching bodies the whole time. I get you, I get you. Wait a minute, but that's a bad thing because he eventually switched to a fashion. I have the greatest conspiracy of all. Drill music was made by British gangsters to hypnotize people into loving the genre so much, they started being wannabe gangsters themselves. It also tends to drive us away from the good old days, trying to get us interested into the most uninteresting and controversial artists and people of this day and age. The young ones can't fall victim to this. As soon as people start listening to those songs, it becomes so addictive to the point they're trying to impersonate what's happening in those music videos. This can harm the younger generation because of gangster people and wannabe gangster people. Soon the young ones will join in on all the chaos. Believe it, waves. I used to be a victim of this too, but now I'm listening to old school hip hop, old school grime, new metal, classic EDM, along with Fruitiger Error and video game ambience music. Thank God it became my special interest in hyperfixation, because I don't like my Gen Z generation as much. I'm living a nostalgic life and going to old hardware, CD players, and retro games. But my conspiracy theory still stands. Don't listen to today's music, especially drill. I too have at one point fell down the drill rabbit hole. I mean, I ain't proud of it, but I was like 12 to 13 in its prime. And Ambush by OFB was a different song back then. But half of the time the drill music people listen to is about murking people. That's literally what most of it's about. You can't be a civilian and bump music on people drilling on the ops. You gotta get into your mature bag eventually and start listening to the beautiful poets of our time. Like, you know, Miles. You know when he said, all I do is shoot threes, call me Stephen Curry? Single-ply toilet paper is a scam made by the freaky movie industry to make more movies where people diddle themselves. Yo, in Somalia, we used to shit in holes, bro. I believe that the creators of Rent a Girlfriend are after Degenerosity. And the reason why there is no uploads from Degenerosity is because Degenerosity is in hiding. First off, Degen, wherever you're at, bless up, man. I hope everything's been cool for you. I hope life is treating you well. And I hope that whatever you're going through right now gets easier. And hopefully you can make a comeback to YouTube when you can. The people are waiting for you, man. The people are waiting for you. But forget all of that for a sec. God damn! Are the feds chasing you or something? Did the FBI break into your house for what you said about this shit anime? Gang, it's been 9 months! What the hell? This shit must have flatlined you or something. Was it that bad? And now, my people, the final conspiracy theory story. And this isn't even a theory or a story, it's just a confession to some crazy shit. It had my jaw drop when I read it for the first time. It's kind of mad. But without any more time wasting, I already know I'm gonna go to hell for this, but I have a belief in the consumption of baby animals and animal blood. Our ancestors did this way back then, so I feel like it would make sense that I can do it too. I buy cow's blood for this and drink about 2 liters a week. This unfortunately turns down a lot of people. As for the baby animals, I have the sneaking suspicion that there has to be a reason people are talking about that one island and the eating of babies. I'm not gonna eat another human, so I cook and eat a baby pig once a month. Not the whole pig, just the ribs. I know it isn't exactly scary, but since it's usually a conversation stopper, I'm submitting it here. The thing is, right, and I'm gonna keep it respectful here, bro, the whole drinking cow blood thing isn't that bad, I'll be honest. I mean, in England, people with their English breakfast eat something called black pudding, which is literally just dry pig blood. And on top of that, a lot of people around the world eat or drink a lot of different shit. So trust me, hearing this one didn't really faze me as much. But when you started talking about you eating baby pig ribs and gave a reason behind it, yeah, you lost me here, man. The justification you gave just made it sound like you were disappointed in not being able to eat people. If it were legal to be a cannibal, would you just start yamming people's appendixes or something? Come on, man. This is less a theory than it might just be you confessing that you may have a unique food fetish. I swear to God, this one is mad. And also, why a set of baby pig ribs? Why not just eat normal ribs? They're probably small as shit. Look, it's not my business why people do certain things and supposedly have abnormal cravings. As long as it's flipping legal and ethical, what the hell do you want me to say here? But I will leave this confession saying one more thing. You are truly a lizard person. I found one! And this brings me to the end of the video, man. Thank you all to everyone who submitted and gave me their own personal stories. I appreciate it. If you disagree with any of my takes or anything, comment down below, man. I love you all. I appreciate you all. And in conclusion,